We keep it simple, but we keep it real. What's going on, good people? Yeah, I'm not going to stay on here long. I know it's late. I know it's late. I know it's late. What it do, good folks? What it do, what it do, what it do? Hey, listen. Listen. I want to talk to y'all about something on tonight. I know some of you might be asleep, or you might just be laying in the bed. Either or. Lend me your ear right quick. Okay? Lend a girl your ear right quick. Please, before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes. I titled this video. What did I title it? I always do that, don't I? I don't know why I always do that. I always do that, don't I? I always do that. Why do I always do that? Why do I always do that? Hey, listen. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Give me a second, you guys. Give me a second, you guys. Give me a second. 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 I don't know why I always do that. Yes, I titled this video, give me a second. Where's my thing acting up? Hey, come on in the building. Come on in the building. Talk to me for a few minutes. I know some of y'all might be asleep. It's all good. Listen, you know, I had an important meeting today. I wouldn't say a meeting, but it was kind of like a Zoom type of thing, right? And let me tell you something. It is so important for us to love ourselves. Let me tell you how important it is. Let me break something down to you. It's important for us to love ourselves because, listen, when we set out and to take and do something with our life, right? Say, for instance, we make a choice to start a new business or something, right? Do you know the way you feel about yourself will affect everything about that business? Let me break it down to you a little bit more. What I'm saying is that when you don't feel good about you, everything that you touch, you are going to affect it. Okay? And that's why I love doing what I do, because healing and getting back to a place of loving yourself is so important. Because as I was saying, when you step out there to do things in your life and you don't feel good about you, it's going to affect everything that you touch. But when you are the best version of yourself, when you are the best version of yourself, you're going to be surprised of how things turn out. When you're the best version of yourself, you're going to be surprised. They're going to turn out so different. And it's going to make such a big difference in the outcome of what you're doing, because you're in a good space. You have good energy. You're living through the best version of yourself, right? So whatever you step out there and decide to do, it's going to make a big impact on what you're doing, because you got your stuff together. You see what I'm saying? You got your stuff together, and you living and looking through the best. You're living and you're looking through the best version of yourself. So that's why it's important for you to step into you and heal and grow. You see what I'm saying? Because it changes the game for you. It really do. It makes such a big difference when you make a choice and a decision to work on yourself and become the best version of yourself. Seriously, I'm telling you what I know. It really makes a big difference in your life. And whatever you step out there and you start to do, you're going to have a big impact on it, because you have done the necessary steps that you needed to do for yourself so that you could become the best version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So it's just so important, you guys. It really is. And it really do something for you. It really do. It's definitely a game changer. Like with trauma, like some people walk around with a lot of trauma, right? When you decide to get on your healing journey, you decide to heal from the trauma and stuff. Oh man, when you step back out there, it's gonna be so different. Like seriously, you're gonna be a totally different person, and your light will no longer be dim. It's gonna be shining. You're gonna be shining, and people gonna see the light in you. You understand? You ain't gotta tell everybody, oh, I was on my healing journey, this, that, and the other. No, you ain't gotta tell nobody nothing, because they're gonna automatically see it. They're gonna automatically see it. I'm telling you, it's so important for you to lock into yourself and become the best version of yourself. Because when you're not the best version of yourself, you don't give it your all don't come out. Only some of it. Only some of you come out, but your all don't come out. I'm telling you, your all is not going to come out. What the things that you're dealing with your inner self is holding you back. And that's why some of us don't step out and try new things. That's why some of us don't step out and just try new things and stuff like that. Because we have so much going on within ourselves. And some of us are carrying around a lot of trauma. And until you heal from that, you're going to remain the same who you are. You're going to remain who you are. You have to make a choice and a decision to decide you're going to heal. Simple as that. Some people hiding and stuff and won't won't allow themselves to open up so that they can heal. You gotta stop worrying about what other people think. Who cares about what other people think? What you're trying to do is free yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about you freeing yourself. You can't worry about what other people think. I tell people all the time, whether you're doing good or bad, somebody gonna have something to say. Because that's just the world we live in. Somebody is gonna fucking have something to say. I don't care what you're doing. Whether it's good or bad. Somebody gonna have something to say. That's why I tell people all the time. You cannot allow people to hold you back. And some people do that. Some people do let people hold them back. You know why? Because they worried about what they gonna say or what they thinking. That's what they worried about. What somebody saying and what somebody thinking. And at the end of the day, that should be the furthest thing from your mind. Because what you should be focused on is you becoming a better you. That's what you should be focused on. You becoming a better you. Yep. For those of you that don't know, I'm a recovering addict. I've been clean over 20 years. All praises to the Most High. But let me tell you something. I'm still on my healing journey to this day. I got on it and I stay on it. Because I want to continue to be the best version of myself. Do people talk? Hell yeah. People talk about me. Do you think I care? Hell no. No, I don't. No, I don't worry about. I don't worry about what people say about me. Because what I'm doing for me, right? It shows. It shows what I'm doing for me. So I ain't got time to worry about what somebody's saying about me. I ain't got time for that. My thing is being the best version of myself and putting my best foot forward and trying to grow and evolve and elevate. That's what I got on my mind and in my heart. You know? I got family members that talk about me. Let them talk. I ain't got time to worry about that. Mm-mm. I ain't got time to worry about that. I'm focused on me being the best version of myself. That's what I think about. Me being the best version of myself. And you know what? From me being the best version of myself, I created a business. It's flourishing. Yes, indeed. Okay. I ain't got time to worry about what somebody's saying about me. That's a they problem, not a me problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But that's the problem with some of us. That's what keeps some of us stuck and stagnated because we don't just be authentic and be ourselves. You understand? That's what the problem is with some of us. We are scared to just be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that. You got to start loving you to a point where as though you be you. You be yourself. Because see, before you can start making change, you got to be able to accept who you are as a person before you can start making change. Okay? Once you start to accept yourself for who you are, then parts of you that you don't like, not parts that somebody else don't like. Let me repeat that. Not parts of you that somebody else don't like, the parts that you don't like that you want to change. Then you start to work on those things and change them. But first you got to accept you for who you really are. You know? You got to accept you for who you really are. And then you can start, and then the parts of you that you don't like and you would like to change, you start working on those. After you have accepted who you really are. But don't be trying to change yourself for somebody else. Hello, hello. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't be trying to change yourself for somebody else. We don't do that. That's something you don't never do. You don't change yourself because somebody else wants you to change or somebody else wants you to be a certain way. I don't give a damn who it is. That's the problem now with some of us. We worry about, we too caught up into what somebody else think of us. How the boyfriend want us to be. Or how the girlfriend want us to be. If a person really love you, they're going to accept you for who you are. They're going to accept you for who you are. Not for who you want, they want you to be, but accept you for who you are. And that's the problem with some of us. Some of us don't, we get caught up in that. We get caught up with somebody, and next thing you know, we trying to change ourselves for this person. That's a sign right there you don't love yourself. When you start trying to change yourself for somebody else. Because 9 times out of 10, you haven't even accepted yourself yet. So why would you try to be sick? But why would you try to change yourself for somebody else? I'm just giving somebody something to think about. You know? Because some of us really get caught up in some bad situations. I ran across a video today where the girl was on there crying because her boyfriend had put her out. And she had slept in her car for 2 or 3 nights, she said. You know? And she on social media crying and stuff. And it's sad. It was really sad. For one, because she looked very young. She really did. She looked it very young. Very young. You know? So it was sad. It was sad to see that. I don't know where her parents was at, but it just seemed like, I don't know. I just felt like she was chasing behind the guy because she was on there talking about him having other baby mamas and stuff like that. And she really did not need to be caught up in that situation. And then on top of that, she was pregnant. I'm like, Lord, take the wheel. Mm, mm, mm. That's what I be talking about. We get ourselves caught up in bad situations sometimes because we don't love ourselves. That's what really be going on. We don't love ourselves. That's why we get caught up in those bad situations. We gotta stop. And you know what? Some of y'all young girls, y'all gotta start listening to older people who know what they talking about. Now, they saying just know any and everybody, but some of y'all gotta start listening to older people because some older people will tell you the truth. Real talk. You got some older people out here that will lay it down to you, like me, because I done been through some things. So it's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that I definitely could give you. Because you shouldn't be out there pregnant by some dude. He putting hands on you and shit, and then throw you out his house, and you out there sleeping in your car. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh no. Cause what she should have been doing, she should have had her ass home with her mother. Like I said, she looked at very young to me. But see, these are some of these young girls who don't listen and want to chase these rappers and stuff because they got a couple dollars. That's what be going on. Because she said he was a rapper. He's a rapper or something. But anywho, that's the problem with some of y'all young women. Y'all be chasing these men because they rappers and they got a little money. Y'all be sleeping with them. They be sleeping with other women. They got other baby mamas and stuff. And they be sleeping with them and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. If you loved yourself, you wouldn't be taking yourself through that bullshit. Excuse me. You would not be taking yourself through that if you loved yourself. You wouldn't be taking yourself through that. You wouldn't even be there with him. He got other baby mamas, got 2, 3 other baby mamas, and now they knocked you up. Like I said, if you loved yourself, you wouldn't even be in the picture. Period. And that's what I'm talking about. Some of y'all young girls, when y'all don't have nobody to talk to or somebody to talk to you and tell you the facts of life, basically. Some of y'all need that. Some of y'all need somebody to tell you the facts of life. I know some of you ain't gonna listen because some of y'all think y'all grown and you're gonna do what you want to do. But let me tell you something. Life will whip your ass. If you ain't never heard it nowhere else, you heard it from me. Life will whip your little young ass out there. Do you hear me? It sure will. Life will chew you up and spit you out. Because some of y'all young girls y'all be so pretty and stuff, and then y'all get in these relationships with these guys that be dogging y'all. They be dogging the shit out y'all. And then y'all youthness start to fade. Y'all start looking old, ashy looking. Like seriously. Because you be going through it. You be going through it as a young some of y'all be 20 years old. Some of y'all be 18, 19 years old. I'm talking about 20. Some of y'all be 18, 19 years old. Out there trying to, I guess, play house with some man. And the thing about it is that the guys that some of y'all be with, they not even men. They still boys. They not even men yet. And some of them that are men shouldn't even be with you. Because you're not grown. Just because you're 18, 19 years old, that doesn't make you a grown woman. I don't know who told y'all that. Just because you're 18 or 19 doesn't make you a grown woman. It don't. And that's how some of y'all get caught up in these bad situations because you think you're grown. You think because you 18 and you got an ID, you can buy a drink. Y'all be thinking y'all grown. And it be so much about life that you don't know. That girl looked just so young. I mean, really looked young. And she on the internet telling the world he was beating on her and this, that, and the other. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And you know what? I can't even blame her parents. And let me tell you why. I don't really know the whole situation, but I do know this. Sometimes these girls be too fucking grown. And their parents be trying to, you know, keep them away from the guy, whatever, whatever. But some of them be sneaking out and stuff when their parents go to bed and stuff like that. Excuse me. They be sneaking out the house, going to be with the dude and stuff. And then as soon as the dude start putting hands on them, right? They don't want to go and tell mama because they ain't supposed to be messing with them anyway. Y'all be messing up your life. Y'all be messing up your life, man, for real. Y'all be so young, and you really be out there messing up your life, doing what you're doing. But y'all think it's grown. Y'all think it's a grown up thing. So mm, mm. You gotta get better. Y'all young girls, some of y'all young girls gotta get better, man. Y'all really do. Y'all really do. Some of y'all need mentors and stuff like that. You need to find you a mentor or something. Somebody that can really talk to you about life and really school you on some things. Because some of y'all is really messing up your life out here. You really are. And you're going to regret it. I'm telling you. Mm. Like, seriously. I hate to see that. I hate to see young girls out here being played. Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Seriously. That be what's going on. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. It's a doggy dog world out here. And I'm telling you, some of some of y'all gonna catch hell. Seriously. Some of y'all already catching hell. Yeah. Cause some of y'all don't even be grown. Y'all be trying to act as if you grown. And some of y'all don't even be grown yet. You don't even know what grown is. Y'all be thinking because you 18, 19, you grown. It's a whole lot more to being grown than spitting a baby or living with some dude that's putting hands and shit on you. It's more to life than that. Yeah. Seriously. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. And some of y'all young girls gotta start listening to somebody. You know? Stop thinking you grown and you know it all, because you don't. You don't. Some of y'all need to really, let somebody school you and listen to somebody instead of running around trying to act like you got, you know what's going on when you don't. If some of y'all young girls really knew what was going on, guess what? You wouldn't be with some man. You wouldn't be living with some man that's putting hands upside your head. Because that's not love. Shit, when we was coming up, we took heed. We listened to our to older people, and they schooled us. They put us down. with a lot of stuff. We wasn't somewhere living with some man at 18 years old. No, we wasn't. We was not somewhere living with some man at 18. At 18, y'all shouldn't even be thinking about having sex and having babies at 18. You shouldn't. There's so much more to life than you thinking about having a baby at 18, 19 years old. It's so much more to life. hmm The last thing that should be on your mind is a baby or having sex with somebody. That should be the last thing on your mind is trying to have sex with somebody. Seriously. Like for real. Y'all young girls better wake up. Better wake up and recognize. Seriously. Let me tell you something. I'm going to leave you with this. You know, love is an action word, okay? It's not a word. And when I say action, I'm not talking about somebody beating you up. That's not love, okay? Being disrespected, that's not love. Somebody cussing at you and stuff, that's not love. Excuse me. That is not love, okay? And some of y'all young women, I'm talking about y'all that's 18, 19 years old, y'all really need to pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. Because some of you need to keep your little stuff in your pants, okay? And wait till you find somebody who really, really love you. First, start loving yourself. Start there. Start learning how to love yourself first. hmm And then when you learn how to love yourself, then you'll be ready to find somebody, to marry. hmm Y'all need to stop sleeping around. Some of y'all young girls be sleeping around like crazy. Y'all gotta stop. Stop opening up your bodies to different all these different men. Because you're opening your body up to other energies and stuff, and to demonic stuff. So because whoever that man is that you sleeping with probably done been sleeping with other women, different women and stuff, and so he's bringing you back, uh, you know, different things on a spiritual level. Do your research, look it up. hmm If you just gotta have sex, put on a condom. Put on a condom. That's what they for. Put on a condom. Yep. Put on a condom and learn how to respect yourself. Seriously. Let me tell you something. Sex is not all that. Especially when you're doing it with somebody who you're not in love with. You know? Like, seriously. Yep. Save yourself for Mr. Right. But on that note, y'all, I'm great, girl. I just wanted to give y'all a pep talk on how important it is to love yourself. Because I see so many people that don't love themselves. I really do. And it just breaks my heart. It really does. It bothers me. And that's why I got my business up and running, y'all. Yes, indeed. And I work with people who want to get back to loving themselves, who want to experience self love, because some people haven't even experienced it, believe it or not. They don't know that, but some people haven't experienced self love because they have had so many things going on in life. So I get it. I get it. Hmm. Yeah. But I hope what I said will help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do over here. When I do come on here, I talk about stuff that can help somebody. I don't sit up and gossip. That's not my thing. That's not this kind of channel. I don't sit up and gossip and talk about people. I'm just not into that. It doesn't do anything for me. And if y'all are interested in getting on your healing journey and trying to become the best version of yourself, holler at your girl. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box, and if that's something that you're interested in, just reach out to me. I also offer I have a free ebook, and I offer coaching and stuff. So if that's something you might be interested in, just holler at your girl. I'll holler at y'all on the next one.